So hello everyone, good day. Good day, our dear my esteemed colleagues and fellow researchers. I am pleased to present our study titled Students' Moral Evaluations of Acts of Academic Dishonesty in Online Learning. I am Ms. Gladys Bustos, joined by my co-researchers from National University Philippines, Dr. Ande, Ms. Molina Rizo, and Mr. Oliver Tutor. Together, we examined how students perceive cheating, contract cheating, and plagiarism in the context of online learning. Students
Hello, Ma'am Gladys. It seems that
Yeah, I lost connection. Sorry po. So to continue, did I end here po? Ayan. So to continue, talking about previous studies, it has shown positive link between students' engagement and their moral evaluations of acts of academic dishonesty in face-to-face settings. However, few studies have focused specifically on the evaluation of various types of academic dishonesty in the context of online learning. Academic dishonesty typically involves one or more individuals engaging in illegitimate acts, often defined in the student handbook. This is to gain an unfair academic advantage. These acts can be classified into three. It can be cheating, plagiarism, and contract cheating. While the term cheating is often used interchangeably with academic dishonesty, in our study, it is defined as either an intentional or unintentional act resulting in an unfair leverage on examinations and assessments. On the other hand, plagiarism refers to deliberate or inadvertent use of someone else's ideas. This includes AI generated content and without proper acknowledgement. Lastly, contract cheating is an intentional academic misconduct in which a student submits an output done by someone else's. This may be paid or unpaid. Academic dishonesty in online learning, specifically cheating, occurs because students can easily communicate, ask questions, share answers, and post examinations, which cannot be done unless the assessment is online. In terms of contract cheating, it has become more evident as various sites and platforms offer services that complete assessments, take examinations, and even attend online classes on behalf of the students. Lastly, as regard to plagiarism, academic dishonesty happens because the availability of the vast amount of information that are easily accessible through the internet makes it easy for the students to copy and paste data and use artificial intelligence to generate content without proper citation and acknowledgement. Walzer and Dahl offered a framework related to situated decision making on cheating, emphasizing on the significance of students' evaluation in their decision to cheat. Accordingly, according to this framework, the judgment that cheating is wrong in a particular situation will motivate students to refrain from cheating. On the other hand, the belief that cheating is acceptable may leave students with few reasons to obtain. This means that students are more likely to cheat if they do not evaluate their actions as bad or fail to see these actions as wrong. Next, what are the students' moral evaluations of cheating, plagiarism, and contract cheating in online learning? The second question is, are there significant differences in respondents' moral evaluations of cheating, plagiarism, and contract cheating based on sex, year level, and school corresponding to their degree program? Our findings aim to support academic institutions in designing effective strategies to reinforce academic integrity in online settings. By understanding how students view dishonest behavior, educators can better tailor interventions that are both ethical and educational. We employed a quantitative design using a researcher-made questionnaire. Stratified random sampling ensured proportional representation. Analyses included descriptive statistics, Mann-Whitney U Test, and Kruskal-Wallis Test to examine group differences. A total of 1,547 undergraduate students from one private higher education institution in the Philippines were surveyed. Let us now present the results for our first research question. What are the students' moral evaluations of cheating, contract cheating, and plagiarism in the context of online learning? First, under the category of cheating, students were asked about various actions, such as using notes in closed notes exams, pairing answers, and misrepresenting reasons for absences. The average mean score for cheating was 2.61. This was interpreted as morally wrong. However, the item seeking help from classmates during individual assessments had the lowest mean of 2.07, which falls under may be wrong, indicating uncertainty among students about this specific behavior. Second, for contract cheating, which includes submitting work done by others, paying someone else, or having another person attend and complete assessments on the student's behalf, the category received the highest average mean of 2.81. This indicates a strong consensus among students that these acts are morally wrong in an online setting. Third, under plagiarism, which included copying from the internet without citation, using AI generated content without acknowledgement, and sharing learning materials online without permission, the average mean was 2.71, also interpreted as morally wrong. Notably, using AI generated content had the lowest mean of 2.71, indicating uncertainty among students about this specific behavior. The average mean across all three categories is 2.71, which suggests that students generally view acts of academic dishonesty in online learning as morally wrong. However, nuances in the responses, particularly toward peer collaboration and AI usage, indicate a need for clearer institutional guidelines and ethical instruction in these evolving areas. No significant differences in the evaluation of cheating were found by sex or year level. However, students from the School of Accountancy, Business, and Management were significantly more likely to view cheating as wrong than those from other schools. There were no significant differences in students' evaluation of contract cheating across sex, year level, or school. Still, first year students and those from engineering and architecture rated such acts as more morally wrong, suggesting early stage awareness and stricter norms in technical programs. Unlike other categories, plagiarism showed significant differences by sex and school. Female students were more likely to consider plagiarism morally wrong. Students from the School of Business and Accountancy gave the strongest condemnation, likely reflecting stricter ethical training in these fields. While cheating, particularly seeking help gray areas remain. Results show sorry,
Congratulations to all the presenters.
results show that students generally perceive academic dishonesty in online learning as morally wrong. Contract cheating received the strongest moral disapproval, while cheating, particularly seeking help from classmates during individual tasks, received the lowest scores, indicating ambiguity in students' moral judgment. Our findings reveal that while students recognize dishonesty as wrong, situational gray areas remain, especially for collaborative behaviors during online exams. Uniform institutional policies and ethical training tailored by discipline are critical. Educators must clarify gray areas and promote integrity consistently. In conclusion, students view academic dishonesty as wrong, but their moral evaluations differ by demographic factors and school. We recommend reinforcing ethical education across departments, clarifying what constitutes dishonest behavior, and establishing consistent, well communicated academic integrity guidelines in online learning. This can be done by employing mechanisms to raise awareness of academic dishonesty, empowering the faculty to provide clear instructions and guidance to the students, and employing a strong culture of integrity by setting clear norms and expectations. That sums up my presentation, and thank you very much for your time and attention.